Welcome back, fellow mystics, to another episode of Witchy Ways for Modern Days. This is Brittany, your host from Winslow Naturals, and today's journey is going to take us into a realm that is both dazzling and deceptive, both ancient and modern. The mysterious and multifaceted world of glamour magic, a long-awaited topic on this podcast. Glamour magic is the magic of perception, the art of transformation. It's the spell of seeming that's found its way through myth and mirror alike. Glamour is one of the most misunderstood forms of witchcraft. It's often reduced to vanity or dismissed as mere illusion. Yet it is one of the most potent, deeply psychological, and empowering kinds of magic we can practice. When we speak of glamour, we're talking about energy, the way it's dressed, shaped, and projected. Glamour magic is not about falseness, it's about choice. It's about curating the way that you're seen, and through that, influencing how the world interacts with you. It's not just about looking beautiful. That is a very common misconception, that glamour equals beauty in magic. Beauty does often play a role, but it's truly about embodying energy, telling a story with your presence, your magic, weaving enchantment through sight, sound, scent, and emotion. In glamour magic, the witch becomes both spell and the caster, both the painter and the painting. The word glamour itself comes from an old Scots term, gramarye, which meant magic or enchantment. In Scottish folklore, a glamour was a spell that was cast to make something appear different than it truly was. A rock might appear as gold, or an old woman as a young maiden. The Fae were said to be masters of glamour, weaving illusions so convincing that mortals would lose days, even years, in their realms of shimmering deceit. But even then, glamour was not simply about deceit. It was about mastery of perception, the understanding that what is seen is rarely all that is true. That magic in part was about knowing how to move between appearance and essence. As centuries passed, the meaning of glamour did soften. It moved from pure enchantment to the realm of allure. By the 19th century, a woman of great glamour didn't refer to a witch casting spells. It referred to somebody whose beauty and presence seemed otherworldly, magnetic, almost supernatural. But the roots do remain the same. To be glamorous is to enchant through perception. And in the craft, to work with glamour magic is to consciously wield that power, to become enchantment itself. Every single one of us performs glamour magic in some form, most often without realizing it. Every morning ritual of getting ready, brushing your hair, choosing clothes, applying scent, can be an act of shaping energy. The colors we choose, the texture we wear, the way that we hold our body, all of these are spells of intention, whether they are mundane or meant to be magical. A red lipstick can be a sigil of power. A black outfit can be armor. Glittery earrings can be charms for attention. Glamour is the subtle art of shifting vibration through presentation. In witchcraft, glamour is both external and internal. So the external side deals with the sensory. It deals with how we present ourselves to others, our clothes, makeup, voice, body language. The internal deals with self-perception, how we see ourselves, how we inhabit our own stories. Now, these two halves do feed each other. When we shift how we see ourselves, our energy changes with it. And when our energy changes, the world starts to mirror that shift back to us. The magic of glamour lives in that reflective loop. It's the point where intention becomes visible and energy becomes experience. Let's go back for a moment to old stories of witches, fae, shapeshifters. Glamour was their weapon and their gift. In Celtic lore, a fairy queen could cloak herself in human beauty, or she could appear as mist, sometimes a flower or flame. The witch Circe, the sorceress of Greek mythology, was a master of glamour. She transformed the form of men into beasts, but she also altered perception itself. In medieval and Renaissance magic, mirrors, perfumes, oils, those tended to be the common tools of enchantment. They were not just used to beautify, but to veil and reveal, also to seduce or protect. These were not meant as shallow acts. They were acts of sovereignty over self-image, a claiming of a right to choose how one is perceived in a world that's eager to define and confine us. Now, modern glamour magic follows the same principle. It is about energy, empowerment, and enchantment, not deception. Glamour is not a lie. It's about choosing your own narrative, especially in moments when the world would rather write that narrative for you. A witch who walks into a room with glamour magic swirling around her does not typically need to say a word. The air bends a little differently. The atmosphere changes as she enters that room. People feel something even if they can't explain it. And that's the essence of glamour. It's the ability to make the unseen seen and to make the intangible felt. But glamour isn't only about attraction, it is also about protection. Many witches use glamour spells to become less noticeable. This is the way that I have tended to use glamour magic in my practice, shrinking myself, shrinking my energy. It's to blend into crowds, it helps to avoid unwanted attention, it shields energy. So just as one can shine like a beacon walking into a room, someone can also fade like smoke. A glamour can make you radiant or invisible, depends on the spell's intention. And sometimes the most powerful glamour is actually the one that cloaks rather than reveals. To practice glamour magic, to get into this, I want you to begin by understanding truly what you wish to protect or project. What story do you want your presence to tell? What energy do you want your appearance to embody? Step one for these spells begin with, not with mirrors, but with feelings. Ask yourself, when I walk into the world, what do I want people to feel when they encounter me? Calm, curiosity, power, warmth, mystery. Once you have that essence in mind, everything else, color, scent, expression, movement, becomes a vessel for it. Color magic, one of my favorite things in the world, is one of the most common foundations of glamour work. Colors vibrate at specific frequencies, and they communicate energy before words ever can. Wearing black might project mystery or authority. Gold can carry confidence and abundance. Pink typically will radiate softness or love. A white dress can feel ethereal or sacred. Deep green carries the power of renewal, sensuality. Blue, calm. It can also be a very good indicator of repressed emotion. And these associations aren't fixed. What matters is how you feel in them. A color's magic is amplified by your emotional resonance with it. If you feel most alive, most vibrant and beautiful, for example, wearing the color crimson, that will become your signature flame. Scent is another key in glamour magic. Perfume is alchemy. It's a blend of spirit, plant, and intention. When you anoint yourself with an oil or perfume, you are not just scenting your body, you're shifting your energetic field. A rose-based oil may draw affection and grace. Patchouli may ground you in sensual and abundant power. Citrus tends to awaken vitality and focus. There are many different glamour blends infused with herbs and essential oils that correspond to desired energies and desired intentions. Side note, we do have some of these available in our shop if you are interested. Scent, as we mostly all know, scent lingers in memory longer than any image. Scent is one of the most intimate and powerful forms of enchantment. Glamour magic also lives in the voice. The tone, rhythm, and intention in your speech carry spells in every syllable. A calm, deliberate voice draws attention and conveys authority. A playful tone can charm, disarm, or delight. Practicing glamour through voice is about control of energy. It is about speaking from the center of your power rather than from its edge. The more you believe in the power of your words, the magic behind your words, the more the world around you will too. There's a kind of ritual to glamour that mirrors sacred practice. Before you adorn yourself, pause, breathe. See yourself as sacred ground, foundation for a spell. Touch your skin as if it is spell work. Apply makeup as if you are painting sigils. Every brushstroke, every curl, every accessory becomes intention made visible. Whisper your purpose as you prepare. I love to whisper things like, "Today I am radiant," or "Today I am unseen." "Today I embody grace." "Today I embody fire element." It depends on the day, but these are simple affirmations that become incantation that help to change. The remainder of this podcast can be purchased at our Patreon, Witchy Ways for Modern Days.